Hello everyone and welcome to another Pyro gaming video. With faction rallies back and the need to reach rank 50 with your respective faction if you want to pick up that exotic catalyst, many of you have been asking me what are the best ways to farm faction tokens. So that's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. Now there are a ton of ways to earn faction tokens in the faction rally. Things like running heroic strikes, regular strikes, doing crucible matches. All of these things can give you faction tokens, but in this video, I'm going to focus more on the ones that I do personally to get a ton of tokens in the shortest amount of time. So, that being said, we're going to start with heroic public events. With a heroic public event, you will get 5 tokens as opposed to 4 tokens from completing normal. Now, most of the time, it's not that hard to trigger heroic, so just go ahead and do it. Once you've finished completing that heroic public event, you need to fast travel right back to that same spot that you just finished that heroic public event at. In doing so, you will forfeit your renown, meaning it will completely go away, but if you're lucky, then you will be able to join another server where that heroic event that you just completed is still going on. Now, I do want to point out that this is not going to work every single time you try it. You can see here that the first time that I fast traveled back to the same location, they had just completed their public event and I was unable to join it in time, so I didn't get credit for it. But I'm going to go ahead and fast travel back to Winding Cove a third time, and this time I will be able to join that same public event and get credit for it. Now, a quick explanation of why and how this works. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of servers out there in the Destiny universe. And every time one of these public events starts on your server, when you see it on the map, everybody else that's playing Destiny is seeing that same public event. So it goes without saying that you can't have, I don't know, 800,000 people in the same patrol area, so they have to have all these different copies of the same patrol area and the same event going on in these same copies. So that's what you're doing. You're basically finding different servers where the people that are doing the public event did not finish it as fast as you did. So for example, you can see here that there's 3 people on this public event and the ship's not down or anything like that. These guys are slow, and that's why I'm able to join. Now, I have personally done the same public event as much as 4 times by fast traveling back, killing the boss, fast traveling back, killing the boss, fast traveling back, killing the boss. It's very important that if you're doing this method, and you can do it on literally any public event that has a transmat zone nearby, that as soon as you land in, you start shooting at an enemy, at the ship, at a boss, at whatever, so that you can immediately get credit, because there has been times where I joined just as the boss was dying, and if you don't shoot anything, you don't get credit. So keep that in mind. But nonetheless, this is one of the more effective, if not the most effective way to farm faction tokens in this game right now. You're literally getting, 10, 15, 20 faction tokens per public event because you're doing the same public event over and over and over. I mean, you're not going to find a method that is better than 20 tokens in, I don't know, 4 minutes. I mean, it's crazy fast. Now, all that being said, you don't want to forget about your milestones. Your milestones are one of the quickest forms of just bulk tokens. And what I mean by that is each day you will have a milestone that will grant you 15 tokens plus however much you do from completing the Lost Sector. If you have 5 times Renown, that is 10 tokens. So that's 25 tokens per character for about 15 minutes of your work. That is 75 tokens every single day that you can go get just by doing your milestones. Now, I'm sure that when you guys have been out there playing, you have seen the enemy supplies delivered in a patrol area. Capturing all of those supplies, or little zones, will spawn a boss. Killing the boss will give you 5 tokens. That is a total of 10 tokens that you can earn from doing these. Now, my problem with these is yes, you do get 10 tokens in not a very long amount of time, but it is very time consuming, especially if you're trying to do it yourself. So, me personally, it's much faster for me, in my opinion, to just go and do the public events and not really worry about these. However, I will do these if there are other people in the area doing a public event, because then I am getting credit for the public event and I can progress these, so I'm getting multiple tokens. Now, I want to round this video out by going over a quick rundown of how to spend your Renown and the Lost Sectors, okay? So right now I have 5 Renown for Dead Orbit. I'm going to go in this Lost Sector. If I kill this boss without dying and I'm able to open the chest without dying, then I will get 10 tokens from my 5 Renown. Now, if this is the route that you want to farm, it absolutely is effective. You go do a heroic public event for 5 tokens, get 4 Renown if you're wearing a full set of the armor. That is very important. You will get 4 Renown, and actually on Mercury, if that's the route that you want to go, completing the Mercury heroic public event will give you 5 Renown or full Renown. So anyway, if I'm able to go in there and kill him and do all this, then I'm going to be getting 15 tokens in about 4 minutes, 5 minutes, something like that. But the only downside of that is when you're going into the lost sectors, especially with full renown, you risk dying. Every time you die, you lose a renown, and you're going to get less tokens. So a very good way to circumvent that and kind of make it easier on yourselves is to use Crimson. You've seen me using Crimson in this video. Crimson, every time you get a kill, it doesn't have to be a precision, but any kill whatsoever, it will reload a small portion of your health, and honestly, Crimson in these lost sectors makes it basically seem like renown is not even a thing. It is the most valuable weapon that you could use in the faction rallies, and that is, I mean, that's my opinion, but I mean, that's about as close to fact as an opinion can get, honestly, because it is such a valuable asset to have. So using Crimson to get your health back is going to be one of your best friends. Another one of your best friends for the Lost Sector bosses is going to be a high-powered shotgun. Something like a Perfect Paradox, an Ikelos shotgun from Escalation Protocol, or a Hawthorne's Field Forge shotgun. These are going to be really good because you want to kill the boss as quickly as you can. Now, if you're going to go this route, I would recommend doing it on a Titan or a Hunter. The Titan, you definitely want to run Hammer Strike, and I believe in this video I mess up Hammer Strike and don't activate it properly. And for the Hunter, you want to run Tether. I know, guys, Tether doesn't increase heavy damage, but Tether does keep that enemy still so that you can unload on him with a shotgun, and he doesn't do any damage to you. So either way, either one of those is going to be a good route for all you Warlocks out there. The Empowering Rift is really good, and maybe going with something like the Tarantula so that you're not having to get right up on the boss, or maybe even a Tractor Cannon Nova Bomb combo. That could be really good too for the Warlocks. So yeah, all these things are just things to keep in mind, figure out which one you like the most, and run with it. And that is going to bring this video to an end. Drop a comment in the box below, let me know if you have any super effective farming methods that I did not mention in this video, and I will talk to you guys soon. If you enjoyed this video, click like. If you're new to the channel, click subscribe, and if you are already subscribed, I fucking love you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.